Alright, so we're back playing more Clubstep, everyone's favorite Geometry Dash level, of course. So, what are we going to do with Clubstep? Well, we're obviously going to beat it, because Clubstep is there to be beaten. So I've been doing just a couple attempts off camera. Just a couple. Let me repeat. It was only a few hundred, okay? Yeah, there was just a few attempts made that aren't shown in this video, but all of the footage shown will be completely raw. Yes, so there won't be cuts in the following attempts, so that you can make sure that you see the entire ending to the video. Yes. So, what we like to do when we play Clubstep is we like to go up and down. Up and down is key, because we go through the mouths by going up and down. And sometimes we don't go through a mouth at all, like just there. Just go around. Now that was a key portion, you gotta make sure you do that correctly, or it's not gonna get to the end. Now, speaking of Clubstep, it's called Clubstep, but I see more faces than clubs or stepping, so I would probably call it like, I don't know, face something, I don't know. There's more faces than clubs, to me, anyway. So, let's see. Probably like faces eating ice cream cones, because there's a lot of cones, ice cream cones as well. So that's probably what I'd call those. But if you like ice cream cones, just like all these faces in Clubstep do, then that would be awesome. So, I wonder, why does Clubstep have so many invisible box areas? I mean, there's one at the end. I did a practice mode before this to make sure I saw the entire level before I tried to complete it. However, it's just like, meh. Why? It tries to juke you out at the end. Very annoying. So yeah, there's just a few attempts here. And we might beat it, we might not. Hopefully we do. Let's see. So the teeth on these things are pretty weird because they don't have consistency. Like, one face could have completely different teeth from the next, even though most of the teeth on the faces are invisible. Well, we just don't count those as teeth because they don't chomp you. I mean, some teeth will chomp you, while other teeth just don't chomp you at all. You just pass right over the teeth, so it's not a real tooth. We're not gonna count it as a tooth. Nah, it's not like it's just invisible or uncollidable for gameplay or whatever. No, these monsters have teeth that they're missing, and it's showing you the ghost of where that tooth once was. And another weird thing is the background. I mean, the background is just Stereo Madness's background, but it doesn't kind of fit with all the faces. Because the faces are like their own thing, and then it's like, the background's Stereo Madness's stage, so what do you do about that? I guess you just do nothing, because there's so many aesthetic things. Like, the gears have their own design, the ground has its weird attacking wave thing of darkness or whatever, that it just kills you on collision. So I guess all the things are there for a reason and stuff. Now what you don't want to do is hit one of those fake orbs because they're just so dastardly. And we're also trying to get past the orbs. However, our real goal is to get to the blue wall of death and destruction, because that's where we can eliminate this level. And I keep dying there for some reason. Perhaps it's because, like, I don't have the proper, what's it called? The proper, like, tilt? Not tilting the guy properly. Tilting the ship. Is it a spaceship or a normal ship? Does Geometry Dash take place underwater or just in space? Because it's not a plane. I mean, there's no planes or helicopters. It's a ship and a UFO. So that would insinuate that this Geometry Dash takes place solely in space. However, there is gravity in Geometry Dash as you're moving through with like the cube and stuff. And even when you're using the ship and UFO, if you're not actively doing something, then it won't go upwards. It's not like you change the direction when you touch it, like with the gear. The gear kind of like clings on to the thing that it's touching, so that kind of makes sense there. I mean, it would still be affected by gravity if all the other pieces were affected by gravity. However, the ship and the UFO kind of tell you that there is gravity, but it also takes place in like space and stuff. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's unlikely Geometry Dash would actually take place in space, but it would help to define why there's so many different random things. I mean, it could just take place in like all the space. Like, Geometry Dash is its own universe, and then the planets are like each level. Or like a map pack would be like a planet, and then all three of those levels will take place on the same planet or something. Or like a gauntlet would be its own planet, maybe a big planet. And that's why it's a gauntlet instead of a map pack, which is only 3. And then like demons are like stars that you have to like constantly trek across in order to actually beat. And a star would kill you on impact, so it's like demons kill you on impact, right? When you touch a demon, you die to a demon. That's how it works. So, yeah. So maybe it doesn't take place in space, but it's like, it doesn't take place in space, but it takes place in sort of space. So maybe the menu system is like that space. However, depending on the level you go into, it will or won't have gravity or something. I mean, the creator of the map chooses all that stuff, but I'm just saying, it would be interesting if Geometry Dash had that kind of depth to it. I mean, if the guy's jumping here with the orbs and the gravity's all confused, I mean, how would he change the gravity spontaneously like that? It would have to be on like planet level and stuff, at least. I mean, so he could be in the center of a planet right now, and these things just change like which side he's on, ish. Maybe we're looking at Geometry Dash from like a diagonal perspective, where the rings put you on one side, and then so the rings put you on either the front or the back of the screen, and then you're attracted towards the pole closest to that side. So it either takes you up or down. So we'd be looking at it like diagonally, I guess. Because the Geometry Dash character would be moving in both directions at the same time. He would kind of be moving like diagonal. When he's forced upwards, he goes like either front or back when he does that. And then when he goes downwards, he does the opposite of that. So he'd be going like diagonally across the screen in order to make it work-ish. So what happens when... So how does the background fit into this? I have no idea. Maybe that's just like the back of the core of the planet or something? Because if the Geometry Dash guy's in the center of the planet, then that would have to be like the background of the actual core of the planet that he's in. Where, you know, it's like he's in a room and he just hung a towel on the back of the wall, and it just makes it whatever color he wants it to fit the mood, you know? And then I guess if he's doing that, then he must have like a lot of control over the center. I mean, he does have a UFO. Well, I also guess he's not the actual one in control. He's being like thrown into it by the player. So the player also controls the little guy. So canonically, it'd be like the player makes the background, or like, I guess the player does make the background in the creator levels, but that's like a different player. So let's see. The player character sets up the level, and then once the level is set up, then the player character lets the player use the player character to try and beat the level. So these are just objects that are just like sitting in a room that this player character is being forced to jump through over and over again. Kind of makes you feel bad for him, but I guess he did do this to himself in a way. Because if he wants the player to take control of him, then the player's going to take control of him. That's just how it is. But these invisible teeth are just so weird. I mean, the normal teeth are just fine. They're like spikes, and they're really ice cream cones. Everybody knows they're ice cream cones. However, the invisible ones are just like the ghost teeth. What do you do with ghost teeth? I mean, somehow you can see the ghost teeth there. That means they had teeth before, and they got like cavities in order to get rid of the teeth that they did have, and they replaced it with ghost teeth, the fake teeth that they can see and everyone else can see apparently, because they're there, you just can't touch them. Which I assume would make it very difficult for eating either way. I mean, you might as well just get false teeth, because at least then it would actually be useful for the face. However, the invisible and touchless teeth don't really do anything besides look, and it's not really... Oh. What happened to my footage there? No. It skipped forwards. What was that? Eh, it's fine. It just skipped a bunch of doing this over and over again. Well, if we continue on the face teeth thing, the teeth, I mean, why? I mean, how hard is it to find spikes in Geometry Dash? I mean, you could just like pull up the spikes on like the nearest board somewhere and just like grab some teeth. Simple as that. I mean, the creator could probably give you some teeth if you asked, but I guess it would be kind of hard for him to ask. Oh, 95. Ah. So I guess if the teeth are invisible for some reason, then I want to know why. So, I mean, that whole face is just invisible. Does that mean that guy's dead? I mean, he's probably not dead, but he's kind of off, distant from the rest of them. Kind of makes it weird, but that's fine. I mean, some of these guys don't have a lot of teeth. I mean, are those supposed to be teeth, the invisible ones, just sitting around? Are those, like, teeth that were? Which brings us to another thing. Are all of the spikes in Geometry Dash just teeth that these guys have lost? That would be kind of funny. If they've lost all of their teeth, then how do they get more teeth? Are they just gonna be invisible teeth from now on? That would seem kinda hard to chew with. I mean, for how much they really want to eat this cube guy, they're not doing a very good job of it because they're missing so many of their teeth. Like, see, just like touch all of their teeth and just go straight through. It doesn't make sense. If they're trying to eat you, then they should try a bit harder, but it is what it is. I mean, what else could they do? I mean, those guys have all their teeth. Maybe it's because they have a different type of teeth. Their teeth just last longer. Their teeth last longer than the other faces, like those ones. And they just keep going. It just keeps increasing the number of teeth. Or do they lose their teeth and then they just grow back instead of the ones that have the ghost teeth? If the ghost teeth don't grow back, the ones with the flatter and spikier teeth, those do grow back. And then there's, because both are scattered all over the level. But so how would the ones who lose their teeth but they don't grow back, they just turn into invisible teeth? Or are they just meant to look intimidating so that the ones that do lose their teeth and they grow back, so they get more like kills and stuff? Maybe the ones with the fake teeth, the invisible teeth, aren't actually faces, and these ones, the ones with all of their teeth that you go through the UFO with, those are the only real ones in this level. The only actual faces. So, all of these ones are just fake faces. And since they have fake teeth to begin with, the teeth won't grow back. But the ones in the UFO section, their teeth will grow back because they would have grown back anyways. Which would be very peculiar. I mean, not all of the faces in Clubstep actual faces. Like, these are just scarecrows trying to scare you away from the level. While we The ones that are actually trying to get you are the ones with all of their teeth. Since they have all of their teeth, they can eat you more. And if you fall into one of their traps, then they probably just come and eat you. You're just kind of there. Or I guess in Geometry Dash you turn into a bunch of sparkly bits. Okay, alright. Almost there. Come on, don't screw this up. Alright, alright. Alright, alright. Okay, don't forget the last bit, and there we go! Clubstep beaten. Let's go. I guess I am playing this on Steam. Well, that's fun. Well, hope you enjoyed. Bye.